Okay, so imagine, just imagine, okay? You're coming back from work, you're just minding your own business late at night, when suddenly this happens. Now, it's not the first time that I see some crazy people or crazy driving style on the road like this. Actually, the first time was when I was a passenger and my cousin was driving. We were in the middle lane and someone on the left lane just passed, just like this guy, pretty much at double the speed limit, or at least double the speed at which we were. The second time was the first time I went back from home from work with this car. Out of nowhere, just I think it was C300 from 2013 or 2014, that year, just flew by me on the right lane, just cutting through some crazy lane at crazy speed. I didn't really mind. I was impressed. I was like, whoa, are we allowed to do this? The third time was a Toyota Corolla. At that time, I didn't have the dash cam yet, but I was going to work, and that guy was just swerving left and right pretty fast. I saw him coming, so I went to the left and and he had enough space to overtake. No problem there. The fourth time was a BMW driver. Just like the Corolla driver, he was just swerving around. He wasn't using his blinker as any BMW driver will. And the fifth time was this time. Now you might say, well, what's the big deal? Yeah, it was pretty close. Very close, actually. It was at a pretty high speed, pretty much double the speed I was doing. So I would say it was between 110 and 130 in between. Normally, I wouldn't mind either, even though it was very close. But if we keep playing the video, you'll see on the left side, there was someone else over there. So the guy came in between both of our cars in the two lanes, people. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. This guy just, with no care at all, maybe he had a good reason. My guess is that he was going to the airport and he was about to miss his flight or something like that. That's my only guess. Even though that is a valid reason, you can't do that. It is way too risky. Way too risky, man. Yes, I was slightly on the left, touching the line actually. And the reason I was touching the line was because usually I always drive at that exact section. I always drive on the left because on the right, people that are going on the right side, on the other side, sometimes some of them do a mistake and they swerve immediately on the left to come the same way as I'm going. So I don't want to be on that lane to avoid any contact or any situations like that. So that's why usually I always drive on the left. But the reason why I was driving on the right that night was because early on, the Holy Spirit told me to be careful. Now, I didn't exactly tell me that someone was going to overtake me like this guy. They told me, be careful. Now, the warning wasn't like super crucial, so I knew I was going to be safe, right? But still, if the Holy Spirit told me, like I told you multiple times, if the Holy Spirit tells you to do something, you better do it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to drive safe. So I'm going to stay on the right. And then this happens. Now, if we look at the rear view camera, the rear view camera is not the best because there is a tint. So that's why the image is not as good as the front one. But if you look at the rear, you see him clearly coming like a madman, overtaking people like crazy. And again, the worst part is that there was one guy on my left, on the two lane. That was crazy. That was reckless. Again, I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. What if I realized I was far on the right and decided, oh, I'm touching the line, I'm just gonna go on the left and stay in the middle of my lane. What if I did that as he was coming? And by the way, I only realized he was there when he was right at my bumper. That's why I saw his light. If you look carefully on the video, you'll see me turning slightly on the right, no like crazy movement, but just slightly on the right because I saw him as he was on my bumper. That's why I reacted. But even then, it was kind of late. But if I swerved on the left and came back in the middle of my lane, it would have touched me, like guaranteed. What if the other guy on the left lane turned on the left? What if that happened? You know, so many ifs. It was way too risky as a maneuver. Now, why am I making this video? As you know, I'm a believer of Christ. I don't think I'm the best driver out there. I make mistakes, like I did in this video, driving on the left, which led to him having some space to overtake. But yeah, the only reason I'm alive or my car is intact is because by the grace of God. And I don't think I should take this for granted. I don't think anyone should take this for granted. So the reason why I'm making this video is to give my testimony as to him protecting me in that situation. Man. Like, I drive this car every day. I drive this car every single day. And I'll be honest, sometimes I forget to pray. I forget to give thanks when I'm coming back home, my car being intact. I forget. And this is a great reminder that it's not because of me, it's because of him. That's the case. So, yeah, I'm thankful. I'm just thankful everything went okay. No one was hurt. The car wasn't touched. Man, so many ifs. I'm just thankful, people. I am just thankful.